in here deep and hit this hard, this already went in. This may scoop in. I don't want that. I'm going to break in once, maybe twice, to see how it breaks. What I like about this big hammer is that I don't have to fight it. 4-pound hammer, 3-pound hammer, you're pushing the hammer. You don't have to push a 6-pound. It'll just take it right off for you. Okay. Okay, this is breaking out pretty good. I'll get close up. I don't think you can see it here because of the shadow. But I sawed in, and when this broke, there's a couple spots here where it broke under a little bit, and then it came back to this stress riser, this open spot, so it didn't go too far. This doesn't matter because I still have to straighten this up. I can still catch that edge. This gives me a good idea on how the stone's breaking, and because this is the rift, it's breaking really well. See that? Now I got a pretty good start on getting this panel down. But I'll square this up and get this corner pretty nice. Get this down square, and I'll go down and do several pads to put plumb blocks in to get this line straightened up and make it pretty nice. And then I'm going to practice on this and see if I go an inch down, how hard we can hit it and how it breaks. Should give me a pretty good idea. I'll probably do what I can from the joint. The problem is the joint has some broken stone, so I can't clear it as well. Usually you want to break from the joint up, because if this breaks and runs under, it'll blow that joint off and you got a piece of junk for stone. This should be right on the money. See that? They're all perfectly tight. Cutting this 90-degree transition at the edge, and we're going to have a small 90-degree transition at this bottom. So we're going to go in, let's just say for argument's sake here, we're going in about a 1/4 inch, and then whatever our curve is going to be, I'll lay out a nice curve. I'll draw it out. I'll make a metal pattern so I can check it, so I know what it is. I have 90 degree on top, 90 degree on bottom, and we'll have a nice curve to have our nice Scotia. Before I make this corner, these corners too fragile, I'm going to try to work them back just a little bit. I use a chipper and a small hand set and a tracer. Try to make sure that I've got good secure corners. Okay, got that corner. I chipped them just a little bit. They're pretty good. Let me show you what we're gonna do. Okay, this interior line is my 3 inches. That's how wide the Scotia is gonna be, front to back, okay? So I just marked about, I don't know, a 1/4 inch or so in from that line, just put a couple ticks, and that's where I'm gonna cut to. So I've got that security on there for working the Scotia and polishing the top and everything. After I get the top polished, I don't want to have that edge rounded. I want it to look cut. So I'll go ahead and I'll trim that last little bit off at the very end after I polish it. But that'll transfer to right here. The Scotia transfers here. I went around and marked the bottom with about the same 1/4 inch or so of arbitrary just safety line right there. And I'll cut from there. So we're going to cut down to here and over this far, just to establish that line in the Scotia. Then we can trim this off, we can cut down to there, and we can cut down to here to get rid of waste stone. We've got these snapped off all the way around. At the end. Yep, real clear. That pitched off really, really well. No point marks. Good start on the corners. The back was already done. This end's got a little hump to it, but that's not anything out of the ordinary. That's going to be a nice base. I go down about a 1/4 inch, which I'm planning to go a 1/4 inch here, be a 1/2 inch up, so the 1/2 inch up on the bottom, and a 1/4 inch in, so this is dominant, this is bigger. We'll put a line around here at 1/2 inch, and we got a couple of steps to do next. And here in the late day sun, we got a couple of pretty nice patterns. Gotta trust your pattern. Put your pattern on there. Trust your pattern. If your pattern fits, that's right. And don't worry about what the other one was. Now, we're gonna wash this up. We're getting pretty close. And then we gotta let it dry, see how it looks. pretty consistent. All the way up to the top. Go over here on this other side. See if we get it. That all looks good too. If you go up here and back off, that's a nice straight line. I didn't have to do anything except finish this Scotia out and finish this Scotia out, and it made that straight line perfect. This should be a pretty relaxing work. You just sort of settle in and get comfortable and go to it. Pretty incredible when you actually get to the end. This hand-cut Georgia blue granite base measures approximately 6'2" by 2'4" by 1'4" tall, has a polished top, Scotia drop wash, and a balanced rock pitch around the perimeter. It'll be headed to Kentucky to serve as a base for life-size Georgia blue granite angel that I'll be carving next. This project is covered in its entirety as part of my virtual stone carving apprenticeship. That's a playlist on my channel. So if you want to learn how to do work like this, there's no secrets. I'll show you everything. Same thing in the angels coming up. So my name's Clint Button. I'm a granite sculptor here at Carolina Sculpture Studio. And we still do the old-fashioned work here the way it's been done for over a century. Thanks for coming in.